Hi all, today we are going to discuss single sideband modulation or simply SSB modulation. It is a type of amplitude modulation. Now the question is, why SSB? What is the advantages of SSB? We know in the case of amplitude modulation there will be upper sideband, lower sideband and carrier frequencies. So in order to transmit all these frequencies we require more power. So we can say in the case of amplitude modulation the power is wasted, and here the transmitted signal requires twice the bandwidth of transmitted intelligence. Also it requires very precise amplitude and phase relationship between sideband and carrier. These are the limitations of the amplitude modulation. Then these disadvantages can be overcome by using a system called single sideband transmission. Okay, now it is clear why we need SSB. Okay, so in SSB only one side of the frequency is transmitted, the other sideband and carrier signals get suppressed. Okay, we are transmitting only one of the sideband by suppressing the other sideband and carrier signals. When we compare to amplitude modulation and double sideband suppressed carrier modulation, the efficiency of the single sideband modulation is high. Why? Because it transmits only one sideband, thereby no wastage of power here. Okay. Here we can represent single sideband signal in time domain. The first figure indicates modulating signal. Modulating signal is a audio frequency signal. That means it has lower frequencies. Suppose there is a carrier signal having frequency Fc, then double sideband full carrier system amplitude signal can be represented by the second figure, and this double sideband full carrier signal, this envelope is same as that of original modulated signal. Okay, the third figure indicates single sideband. In this case only one sideband is transmitted by suppressing the other sideband and carrier signal. So it passes only one sideband, then it contains only single frequencies, and this frequencies varies with the frequency of modulated signal, and the amplitude of single sideband signal is proportional to amplitude of modulated signal. Now we can represent the frequency spectrum like this. We know in the case of amplitude modulation all the three components, what are they? Yes, upper sideband, lower sideband and carrier. These three components are present in the case of amplitude modulation, but in single sideband spectrum only one sideband is present. It may be either upper sideband or lower sideband. In this case we can see only upper sideband is transmitted, the other sideband and carrier signals are not transmitted. Now we are going to discuss about single sideband principles. Okay, the output from a balanced modulator contains the term E of t equal to k into Em of t into cos omega ct, where k is the multiplier constant. From cosinusoidal input we can write Em of t equal to Em maximum cos omega mt. Then the expression of E of t comes out to be E of t equal to k E maximum cos omega ct cos omega mt. Now substituting E maximum equal to k Em maximum by 2, then E of t becomes 2 E maximum cos omega ct into cos omega t. Now we can use the mathematical identity cos A cos B equal to 1 by 2 into cos A minus B plus cos A plus B. Then using this identity we can write the expression of E of t is like this, that is E of t equal to E maximum into cos omega c minus omega mt plus cos omega c plus omega mt. Here it contains both upper side frequency and lower side frequency. The upper side frequency can be represented by E USF equal to E maximum into cos omega c plus omega mt, and the lower side frequency E LSF equal to E maximum into cos omega c minus omega mt. Now we can demodulate the SSB signal by multiplying a synchronous carrier signal at the receiver side. Okay, the detector used in these principles are called product detector, and the balancer modulated circuit are used for the demodulation purpose. So we will get demodulated SSB signal only when we multiplying a carrier signal at the receiver side, but there will be some distortion in the modulated output. So in order to prevent the distortion, we can use carrier which should be closely synchronized in frequency and phase with the original signal. Okay, so to demonstrate the multiplying process does demodulate an SSB signal, consider LSF signal is E maximum into cos omega c minus omega mt multiplied by a local oscillator signal EC maximum cos omega ct using a balanced modulator with a gain k. Then output will be E output equal to k E maximum into cos omega c minus omega mt into cos omega ct. And using mathematical identities we can write the E out equal to k E maximum by 2 into cos omega t plus cos 2 omega c minus omega mt. Here the this represent information part, and this second part represent the lower side frequency at the second harmonics of carrier frequencies. So after passing through low pass filter, the output will be equal to E output equal to k E maximum into cos omega mt. So in this way the SSB passes only one sideband frequency and suppresses the carrier signal and other sideband. Now we can discuss the advantages of SSB. This single sideband signal is primarily used for voice, and the bandwidth of the SSB transmission is half of the DSP system, double sideband system, and it has a improved signal to noise ratio. That is why it requires lesser number of amplifying stages at the output. This is about single sideband modulation. Hope it is clear. Thank you.